Hello, brother. Hope you're well and your leg is healing. Still able to enjoy your holiday a bit, I hope. Anyway, come look at my town. Really fun. The latest patch is really good. It's really sorted out loads of problems. I'll just go through a few tidbits here and, just give you a little kind of tour, and then we'll have a little bit of a fight. And I'll show you how everything works at like the sort of advanced level. Basically, I've got about 31 plots, actual sort of plots, the houses, but I've actually doubled up and made them doubles, as in like duplexes, and then on top of that, I've got all of them to level 3. So if you see the people, each sort of individual plot can have 4 families. So 4, up here. And what that means is it's easier you can have less market stalls. Because obviously I've got, if I go to the markets, well, I've actually got 32 plots. And you can see that because they don't actually consume clothing just yet in the game. And linen, leather and shoes is 32. Which means I only really, to supply 32 plots, I need 2 clothing stalls. So as you can see here, 20, 20, 10. And then if you add all of them up, or those sort of 6 numbers there, that should make 32. And that's how it works. So obviously, but for some reason though, why does the firewood stall contain barley? That's obviously not right. Anyway, I've got 50. You probably only need actually 1 firewood stall because I've only got 32 plots. So 50 in total with firewood and charcoal should supply everybody. So you can see 32 charcoal there, and I've got 100% coverage. For fuel, so everybody can have it. And contrary to what I believed at the beginning, the market stalls supply everywhere. There's no actual geographical thing to it. I think the Strat Gaming guy said that, and that is true, especially with this. However, the problem is that it distributes like the bits, the people in the beginning or nearest the market, and then it goes out. Hence why this house here doesn't have any food. It should do by rights, but I think it just needs to tick over. But basically, you need quite a bit of food stalls because obviously you've got there's more types of food. So if you look at here for example, the food variety. So I need all these to have food variety 100%. You'd need. I'd need more eggs, for example, because the numbers need to all be 32 in order to have 100% coverage for at least 4 food types. So at the moment, if you count it, I've got 32 berries. That's fine. 32 bread. That's fine. 32 vegetables. That's fine. However, because I don't have 32 apples, for example, it's not going to quite do it. However, with the meat and the eggs, it should be kind of at least this should have 1 or 2. I don't know. It's still a bit janky with the market, but anyway, there you go. A really good. So as I said, I've got 32 plots, and each plot can have 4 people because it's been level 3'd, developed up to level 3. And I think that's actually kind of the best way to play the game because you need less market stalls, there's less sort of logistics to go around, but you have the same amount of people. And also you can do it in a smaller space. So right now, I'll go to the military in a bit, actually. Yeah, so this is the sort of layout. I think it looks quite nice. I've tried to sort of do it as natural as possible. some farming here. The manor house is over here. This is still a bit janky, because once you build it you can't kind of add anything to it. It's a set, like a logging area here, and more farms over there. I've also got another village, and because obviously with the starting resources, so this was really good. I started with this one and I had an unlimited iron deposit if you get the deep mining, which is definitely well worth it. And this has become my sort of like armour town, where I've made all my weapons and armour. As you can see, I've unlocked all these perks, and also the apple perk, so I can get orchards, which is a good food source. You can supply everybody. I've got like kind of 2 orchards, and then 4. Oh no, so I've got 4 orchards and 2 vegetable plots. Probably a town of this size, you should probably have 4 of each, just to sort of, because I'm running a bit low on vegetables. But it comes in sort of cycles, vegetables and apples. I think the apples you get in the winter and the vegetables you get in the summer. So it sort of balances it out, the sort of cycles. And then obviously in the autumn you get in October is when you do the harvest for your farms. So it's sort of nicely spread out. You're getting, and then obviously you get the berries in March. So yeah, that's literally every single month or season I'm getting at least one type of food. However, the problem is I started with a rich deposit in iron and in animals. And what that means is that the farming was really bad in my area, especially for barley. And with the new patch, there is no point having a field of this size. You'll literally get about 10 barley, which is just nothing and won't sustain you for a lot of effort. I can grow a bit of emmer, which is wheat. So there's a few farming bits there, but when you've got 2 rich deposits, obviously the fertility is no good. So what I had to do is, obviously I built an army here and then challenged the Baron for this one here, because he's taken all the other plots. I've slowly started fighting back, but yeah, the reason why I got this specific one is because there's really rich soil here, and it's only got a rich iron deposit. So that's how you know, with one rich sort of physical icon, you get this rich soil. So I literally just used this town. I set it up a really basic town. There's only about how many people are there here? There's about 54 people, and it's all like low level, like level 1. I got an orchard, and just to get the sort of food up, got some berries and apples. But I'm not planning to take this town any further really now. And basically, what it does, you need to generate a bit of wealth with the trading post, so that you can kind of buy animals and stuff. Because you use these pack stations to send, products from town to town. And it's a bit of a weird system, but let me just finish my thought. So I use this to grow barley, because obviously back in the main town, I can't grow barley in this region, which means I can't make ale. And these guys, because they're all level 3 plots, because I wanted a massive population to have a big army, and obviously it's all armed and everything with the weapons and armor. But they use, because it's a level 3 plot, they use a lot of beer, a lot of ale. So I've had to sort that, and that's really worked well. As you can see, the barley's just pouring in from this massive. I've got this huge farming sort of complex down here. It's interesting actually. I quite like the fertility thing, because you look at it here and you think, okay, where I'm going to place my farm. You could have placed one here, and there's this nice kind of belt here and it looked quite nice actually. So I've got sort of a few farms, and I farm barley and make sure every October I've got a constant stream of barley coming in. And then what I do is I package it all up and then use these pack stations to send Gold off as my main town over there, the main town, and I send barley. However, what's weird is that you've got to, with these pack stations, you have to receive something as well. So what, obviously I've got to pick an unlimited resource that I get, which is iron ore. I've got an unlimited amount of iron ore. So what I do is I've got pack stations here as well, by the way, and they send iron ore and receive barley, and then the others do the same. And yeah, it's quite strange. I don't know why you can't just the pack stations can't just send this amount of barley or send an unlimited amount of barley. Like, why the exchange? But hey ho. So after I've got all my weapons and armor made, I just basically took most of the people off making iron slabs. You see where iron ore is, the iron slabs obviously is the product that then makes armor and weapons. So I've got loads of people making iron ore, but only one person doing iron slabs, so it kind of balances it out to send that across. And as you can see, I've got 197 barley ready to go. That's coming in from just purely this region. And then over here, I've got 192 iron, so it's kind of nearly a 1-for-1 trade. What I've done, because obviously I don't use iron ore in this region, so what I've just done is set up a trading post here, and I just sell it. So you can get all this material in, and I just sell the iron ore. Sorry, it's here. And I don't want any iron ore here, but I didn't know how else to sort of do that. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, it's looking really nice. It's a very simple town here. Okay, so let's go for the military real quick, and then we will attack the Baron. The military, I didn't understand it really at first. It's a bit janky. When you build your manor house, so I've got 2 manor houses, one in here, and then you build the tower as well, and it takes your retinue. I'm sure you've seen this in the other videos on YouTube, but it takes your retinue you can make it 24 instead of 12, and then you sort of customize it, and then you buy. It's all about the money. It's all about the treasury here. And what you do is you buy not only more people to max out to 24, but then you buy their armor as well. And they're really good. So obviously they're really good. So I've got 2 of them because obviously it's 1 per region, and you can get them to 24 with the tower extension. And then you've got 6 slots. So I can't make any more. So if I try to, I can't make any more. I'm clicking here. Can't make any more slots. And look over here. And what you've got to do is you've just got to make sure, so say for example you wanted to build this one here, and they can get up to a max of 36 per regiment. So you need 36 swords and 36 small shields. And then if you want to, that's just the base sort of, requirements to make the regiment. And then if you want to armor them, you either need, 36 helmets, 36 mail armor, or gambesons. Gambesons can be made with flax, which is what you can farm for. But I've obviously, because I've got loads of iron, because my rich deposit, I went for mail. You can't actually equip any of your soldiers with plate armor just yet, because you can see there underneath helmets, you've got mail armor and plate armor, and I got the perk to unlock plate armor here. And I was just thinking, because that's a mail plate, yeah. And I was just thinking, I'd love them to wear plate, but it doesn't look like that's in the game just yet. Only the retinue wear the plate. So I just ended up selling all the excess that I make, really. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got 2 regiments of, sword and shield people, 2 regiments of polearm, 1 regiment of spear, and 1 regiment of archers. it's best to have mainly melee, because archers are so bad in melee that, and the Baron usually overwhelms you with the amount of troops that he has. He's got he as you can well, I'll order them now. So let's go to war. What it's best to do. See, he's coming from Gordoff, and he's coming from, yeah, that's fine. It's best to rally your troops, and then they'll come over. Make sure they don't run. Oh, yeah. Are they running? No. And you sort of want them all in this push forward stance. It's not as smooth yet, but get them all over. And yeah, what I was saying was, it's because there's so many, melee infantry that he has. If your archers get stuck in melee, they just die. And to be honest with you, they're not particularly useful just yet. It is good to get one of them just to sort of go behind your enemy and shoot them from the back when they're engaged in melee. So that's why you want mainly melee. So good. So, yep, we're going to get over there, and then we're going to take this region here. It's stuck. You want to come right up to the border, and just to give you a good look at them. So it's really cool. Their flags that this banner holder's got here is the same as my icon, and they look really good. The pathfinding when you fight in actually a populated area, that you want to, any fights you want to keep well away from the areas from your town. It's not good, the pathfinding just yet. I mean, it's better than Total War, ironically, but yeah, you want to keep your fighting well away from your towns, preferably in a neighbour's district. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just get them all over there. Take a look at them. Look at them. They're all mailed up, armoured. The archers. These are sort of like billmen. Polearm they're called. I think they're really cool. The sword and shield people. Okay, so my army is assembled now, and we're going to go take this section here. And interestingly, I read an interesting thing of the hiring of the mercenaries. Before you attack, you always want to make sure that there's nothing in here, because the Baron will use that. So obviously there's no mercenaries to hire, so that's fine. So you zoom out, claim of influence, you've got to have 2,000 to claim a Baron's one. Press the claim. Come in, and then it will say like sort of the gauntlet has been thrown. The Baron writes a message and says, "Can you stop?" Obviously, we're going to say no, and then he's going to bring his army on, and he can't hire any mercenaries, so this is all he's got. It looks like, and we're going to engage him. Make sure none of your units are running at the beginning. And we're just going to sort of set up here. It's good to fight in winter, by the way, because obviously in the autumn, okay, so he's going to bring his archers in and try and shoot us. So I'm going to move in. And now we're going to run, because he's going to try and shoot us now. It's good to fight in the winter, sorry, because in autumn, obviously, is when you're doing the your harvest. So you need your people, because obviously now my towns are very are lacking. Gonna shoot them. Okay. We're gonna go in here. Fight them. Fight them. And because we're engaged, we just want to sort of bring the archers in. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to come back here. It's really simple, the combat. And you literally just want to run your archers around your lines, because you've got to have everybody engaged. And the most dangerous thing is his retinue. So we're going to go and shoot them in the back here. No, retinue. They've taken them. Press in. And the animation's pretty simple. Yep, they're broken. They're broken there. And my town is obviously at half capacity because all of the men are away. I think it's actually probably at a third of capacity. Stop the archers from firing. Don't want to do any friendly fire. Can't select them all at once, which is quite annoying. There you go. Should we smashed him, and we lost a couple of men. Which is obviously all can be replaced, because you've got to make their weapons again, because when they die, they lose their weapons. Okay, so that's done. And then send this retinue back here, and the rest are from, oh no, sorry, Gold Off is where I want to go. So send them back there. And yeah, send these guys back home. You got to send them back to the region that they came from. So obviously this one is from the retinue, some Zioyu or whatever it is, and then the rest are from Gold Off, which is where they need to sort of walk back to and get disbanded. And you can run them back. Doesn't matter about the fatigue now. And disband them back in the home region. Just going to actually keep the retinue here. I don't know why I haven't won. That's weird. Send these guys back for sure. So they're disbanded now. Show the battlefield location. Why is it over in that corner there? Is there another unit or something? Or once you've defeated his army, you should just win. There shouldn't be a... Okay. Maybe it just needs to clock down. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. So he's back, disband. And he's back, disband. And just to bring up the army screen again, as you can see, go to customize retinue, and obviously it's 22 out of 24 now. So you buy an individual one and upgrade the armor. That's how you get them back to 24, back to full strength. So I think I don't know if I mentioned earlier, sorry, but so with all these people, you can only get 6 in total. So you need about, it'd be good to have about 230 people, because I'm missing a few people on the archers because I haven't got enough people to supply that unit. Even though I've got the warbows, I've got like 55 warbows, but I don't have enough people to fill out that unit, which is fine by the way. I'm going to just, because remember, the more population you've got, the more food they eat, so you've got to kind of constantly be balancing it. So one town has got to have at least 200 and, I've got 216 people, but yeah, I've got 201 people, but it'd be good to have 220, 216 to fill out that arch unit. That's the sort of goal you want, which means you've got to build, not all of them are double plots by the way, these are individual plots here, because I wanted more eggs. But you've got to build probably about 35 plots, and a lot of them have to be doubles to sort of, in order to reach those numbers. But 200 people is absolutely fine. As you saw, I won that battle with complete ease. But this is the kind of max amount of army you can get if there are no mercenaries. You can get more if there are no mercenaries. Yeah, cool. Well, hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. Take care.